Hello again, hombres. My name's L.A.zy, and I welcome you all back to Hate Plus. We're gonna continue reading on our favorite little topics, and well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Haven't returned to this series in a while, so I don't know exactly where we left off. I can't even remember, but with a little looking around, we can actually see what we have lost. Okay, first we're gonna see what other documents do we have. Show all. There are a couple of unread ones. There's actually a lot of them. A couple of them are locked. But we'll do that after the two articles that we're gonna read upon. So let's see. Oh, 8 mornings after. 1. I hate the mornings after. Number 1. My Jin Ah. Dear Diary. Oh, I am so in love. I just got home, and after I finish eating, I need to get to work. But right now, I gotta write this all down because girl feelings. Cute. Yesterday on our date together, I actually held my hand in public. I thought she was worried about being seen with me like that before, but I guess she changed her mind. And that was even before dinner. I mean, afterwards, I wouldn't haven't been surprised because she insisted on us going through a lot of wine together. She gets really possessive of me when she does that. That's the star. Hyo Ae-jong was a really glamorous and pretty actress. She was having a relationship with Mai Jin-ah. Interesting detail. Please, my dear, I insist. She told me as she ordered the second bottle. Money might be tight these days, but it's worth it to see you get all giggly and affectionate. What? I don't even know what you're talking about, I said. Then I couldn't help but giggle. Oh, fine. I mean it truly, especially with how little I seem to see you lately, she said sadly. Is that what wine makes you do? I've never heard any. Well, we'll able to spend more nights together once we're able to get a place of our own, right? I asked. I really can't wait until we can. If I could take her back to my home, it would be fine. Oh no way am I sleeping with my parents on the other side of the screen. Getting a place of our own on the same deck is still the only option. I can't wait. Right, she said. And then she took another drink. Afterwards, she said, I missed what she was saying. Whatever. Right, she said, and then took another drink. Afterwards, we went back to her cozy apartment behind the theater and we drank some more. Pretty quickly got to the point in the evening where she could just not keep her hands off me. Which, oh my gosh, I just still cannot do with it all. At all. You know, I stammered. If you keep being like that with me in public, all those fangirls who call you big sister are going to get jealous. My, are they now? She said in that super husky voice of hers, and that just totally makes me melt. Then she started to stroke my hair. I wish, sadly. There's not many of them anymore, since girls just don't go to the theater these days, it seems. Good, I said. I want you all to myself. This is really... I do miss all the love letters, though. My, they would say the most flattering things, she teased me. Then she walked over to the footing and slipped out of the dress like it was the most natural thing ever. And oh my gosh, just every time I see her naked, I'm just so blown away. That gorgeous black hair resting on her soft, totally smooth, perfect curves, and those long legs and long fingers, and perfect, just cheese. I have to stop. I can't do her justice with all my battling. She could do anything to me after seeing that, and she knows it. Well, I could call you that too, and I know way more about what makes you beautiful than all those girls did anyway. Do you? She said, staring at me, giving me that look. Good thing I was way drunk past the point of anything but blushing all the time, because that really would have done it otherwise, and then she just teased me for that too. Come here, she told me, gesturing. I had no choice but to do what she said. She undressed me quickly. It's her way of showing that she's in control, and I still get pretty nervous. I mean, really, I'm just terrified. What if she realizes just how much out of my depth I am compared to her? It's not as bad as it used to be, especially the first time she saw my boobies. But oh my gosh, I just feel so aware of how gross and sweaty my body is, and how it's got little hairs where she's perfectly smooth, and how Boobies are tiny compared to hers, and just I don't know what she sees in me. I love her and I know she loves me back, but I just don't get it sometimes. Is that normal for a girl's body? But then she pulled me onto her lap and we kissed, and then we both giggled at how we tasted like the peach drinks we just finished off. Every time I do this, I just only really want to play with her boobies because oh my gosh, they're the softest. P.I.A. is blushing as well. Wow. Then she gives me a look and I stop, but well, after a while, this time I just couldn't get over how perfect her body is. This isn't just love-struck ramble. It really is perfect. I ended up kissing her neck, and even that was just so soft. I don't really know what came over me, but I kind of really felt like biting her. I don't know, I feel bad now, but I just felt like I really wanted to leave a blemish on that super perfect body of hers. And I guess, to show that she was taken, I don't know. It's stupid and sounds awful when I say it now, but I started out gentle as she let me, so I kept going. I didn't even stop when she cried out. I didn't even think to stop. All I could think of when I heard that moan of hers was that gosh, I wanted to hear more. This is really... When I pulled my head back to look at her, it was just, gosh, it really did stick out so much. Her complexion perfect and skin totally smooth in every other way except for that big red blemish. And knowing that it was mine, I felt like I really wanted to do this again, but then she grabbed me strongly and kept kissing me. Then she pinned me down and went at it more. I wanted to apologize, but she wouldn't even let me say anything. But I'm pretty bad at using words around her. I'm really glad we have a relationship like this, because if I couldn't kiss her, I don't know if I could ever really tell her how I felt. Then she went down on me, and I just totally melted under her. I really wish I'd done the same for her, even though she's pretty much natural at making me cry out, and I never know what I'm doing. But we pretty much both passed out right there before I could. When we woke up, we were both just all tangled up together naked on top of her sheets, and she slept with her head on my waist. This is so indecent, but also maybe a little romantic. Indeed. I really didn't want to leave. I hate the mornings after. Why do our amazing evenings have to end? Gosh, I'm just so in love with her. I wish it was possible to just spend an entire day with her and not worry about having to work and scramble home in the morning. Why don't we all live together? It's not fair. Damn. That is something. The P.I.A. was a bit flustered after that. Lineage Act Amendment and the new council. Okay. Chief Councilor Ryan, Captaincy. Before I declare council back in session, I'll ask, have councilors with differences on the one lineage amendment resolved them, or will this simply be a repeat of this morning? I'm okay. I think we've come to acceptable terms. Then we can proceed. Council is now in session and the floor is open. I'd like to modify my amendment to stipulate that all the provisions are optional, and the member of the family who receives the nobility stipend can be selected arbitrarily by the councilor. What's the point of that? I don't really get all this stuff about money. The point is that not every family is led by the eldest son. If we are to restrict the nobility stipend to a single branch of the family, it is important that it is not given to the wrong one, as we discussed this morning, like at length. So why not just give it directly to the councilors then? As the Councilor of Security would say, more subtlety is required. It's better to make it about families than about individual men. That isn't something I'd say. Do you still disapprove of the act, even with Councilor Smith's amendment? Well, I still think this one lineage nonsense is a stupid idea. I don't see any point in prioritizing elder sons in particular, even as a statement. Like alienating branch families has absolutely no logic to me. This is nothing to have all kinds of serious repercussions in the future. Not going to be on my family, though. You want to hoist yourselves up on your own petards, that's okay with me. I definitely disapprove of the act, but in the capacity of Councilor Security, I won't object. That will suffice them. Are there any councilors that do have objections or further items to propose? None that have a chance of carrying, no. And Councilor Smith's item is added to the amendment then, and the debate is closed. How does the council vote? The Councilor of State is in favor. The Councilor of Agriculture is against. Sorry, but I have to tell my family I tried. Also against, for the record. The Councilor of Culture is in favor. The Councilor of Engineering and Science is in favor. The Councilor of Education is in favor. The Councilor of Captaincy is in favor. The Councilor of Security is against. Have fun explaining this to one of your cousins, boys. It's not on me. The amendment carries. 5 in favor, 3 against. Moving on. Interesting. Oh, looks like they're not actually in full agreement on the new statements and all that. Um, I'm not exactly too big on the understanding of the political situation of this, but it's fun to read it nonetheless. The new council. Jeez, she's scary. Idiots! We've taken a completely functional political institution and replaced it with a collection of absolute idiots. Councillor Mute shouted at me the moment she appeared on screen. Good evening, Councillor, I said. Tough day at work? Don't you start with me, she rolled her eyes, wagging her finger at me. I've dealt with enough bullshit today, okay? I'm sick of it. Sorry, are you the only councillor who's remained after the whole meritocracy thing? Huh? That's all because of meritocracy? Me and Chief Councillor Ryu. Somehow that dimwit was the only other member of the council who managed to pass his exams, she said, throwing up her hands. What the hell? I gave her a look. Not even the Councillor of Education was able to retain his position? Surely one would think he would have no problem, as he controls the exam's content, I said, perplexed. I didn't like what I was hearing. This was a radical shake-up of the political climate, and that is never a good thing. Like, I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, education stayed in the O family, at least. A couple have actually gone to totally different families altogether, she said. Whoa, I said with surprise. I see. Yeah, which is actually pretty big given the whole nobility status tied to council's position thing. Meaning that, like, the Kim family just straight up doesn't count as nobles anymore, she said. I found myself feeling immensely grateful that my family status, especially tied to Mute. Harsh, but I guess with how hostile council was, I understand. It has the advantage of being perfect and therefore not very likely to fail any exams anytime soon. Regardless of how utterly repugnant the notion of nobility having to prove their status is, I said as much to her. Oh, sorry. Yeah, she said, giving me a look. Anyway, I want dossiers on all the new counselors made. First line for each. Utter idiots. But, like, I want to know who these people are, especially the ones from new families. I don't know anything about them, and I want that changed, okay? Yes, ma'am. Huh. I said I thought about it for a bit, then suggested we should also keep a close eye on any family that's lost their nobility status, as they may cause trouble. Good call, she said. I wonder. Hey, let me bounce a crazy theory off to you. Do you think this could have been a power play by Chief Councilor Ryu? I considered it. It seemed unlikely to me, given all that she has said about the man. She was the one she handpicked for the position of Chief Councilor herself, and her judgment is impeccable. There is no way it could be a power play, because the whole reason why she suggested him for the position was because he wasn't the sort to make one. You're probably right, she said. Still, I don't know, it's weird. I mean, the whole insufferable meritocracy idea came from President Park, but Ryu's the one who formally proposed it in council on his behalf. And now that that's in place, he's the only one who still gets a position. Makes you wonder. I still don't believe it to be in character, I said. Okay, well, I said it was crazy theory, she shrugged. Anyway, what have you got to report for today? We spoke no more than you canceled that day. Turning to menu. Anything else? Nope, nothing. So we can unlock new files. Okay, disable. Oh, right. Let's change your outfit. Is that your normal one? Yep, that's your normal one. Okay. Disable active AI. Extract new messages. Okay, no data, no data, no data. Bitmap data. Ooh, there's still a lot of them, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Commit to extraction. I noticed that this takes off a lot of power, even though it's just 2% per single block unlocked. So basically when you run out of power, you just go into sleep mode, and that carries over. And that sleep mode actually keeps on going for like several hours. Okay, we got a couple of new ones. Make everything worse, the most extravagant bribery, bureaucrat, class act, buying, marrying that boy. Let's see what this reads. Oh no, but they were so good together. My Gina, dear Diary, I can't believe she'd do that to me. I hate her. She's the worst. Hope she gets what she deserves from that man she decided to leave me for. How could she do that to me? Just hate. I was at the theater to tell her my decision about, oh geez, I just realized how badly I screwed that up for me. All because I was stupid enough to be love-struck by that stupid, selfish woman. Oh no, what am I going to do now? I was at the theater to tell her my decision about that man my parents wanted me to marry. He was so icky, I told her. He was like a dozen years older than me, and had this beard that was just yuck. Well, I'm sure you could convince him to shave it, she said distantly. I was surprised. Don't defend him. I could never live with someone like that. Besides, I have to be away from you, and I could never, I trailed off. Anyway, I told him no, and I was totally uninterested. That he should go find some girl his age instead of me ask her directly instead of going around to her parents. My father was upset, but I had to, so that's the end of that. We have to break up, she said suddenly. Nothing really into just that. No, don't do that. I don't really remember what I said. I don't think I believed her. I know I stammered a lot, probably. What? There's a patron who liked to buy me out and take me to his house. It's something I've considered for a long time now. I'm afraid it's come to the point where it's the only recourse I can take, she said. He's made a very generous offer and I fear it would be unwise for me to slide. Buy you out? What does that even mean? I asked. Are you going to move in with this man? It means I will receive a regular stipend for performing for him and his guests exclusively. And that yes, I will live in his house and receive 3 cooked meals a day and an actual bed to sleep in, she said. I have to. We get smaller and smaller audiences every week. It's just as untenable. I couldn't believe it. My mind raced. Just turned down an offer like that. I just turned down an offer like that for her sake, and she did this to me? I think she's being a little harsh though. Is it that man I saw you with before? The one you've been doing all these private shows for? The one who was all in your face and touching you and all. Oh, my precious L.A.zy, I will be honored to slobber all over you like some gross man. Please come into my house now, I demanded. That guy from the Rio house who said you didn't want to have anything to do with? That isn't fair, yet this is him, but she trailed off. Yeah, I bet he'll give you a bed to sleep in, I shouted. Don't say that, Gina. It's not like that, she lied. Besides, even if it were like that, I no longer have the luxury of being picky. If I said no, what would I do when the theater closed down? At least you can live with your parents still. I have no such option. That man has made a kind and generous offer and I must accept it. I can't believe it, I said, crying. I thought you loved me. I thought you cared for me, but really? You're better off without me anyway, she said. Then she told me, I can't really remember her exact words now, but she told me that she didn't feel as strongly about me as I did for her. That she regretted being a crutch for me as long as she did, and that our relationship was a mistake and that she should have done this far sooner. Fine, I screamed out at her. If that's how it is, fine. I'll get out of your life and leave you alone to your precious, kind and generous man. I started to storm off. Wait, please, don't leave like that. Please stay, she begged. Our relationship is doomed, but it doesn't mean I didn't like being with you. Please, stay one more night. Couldn't bear it if my last night would be a sad one. I thought her voice was always so grateful before. Right then I realized it wasn't. It was pitiful. It was always pitiful. She wasn't trying to manipulate me. Probably like she'd done with that patron. Probably like she'd done with me before. It wasn't charming. It wasn't playful elegance. It was a pitiful lie. So I told her the truth. I hate you! I screamed at her and ran away. Yeah, that was really painful to read. I don't know what to do now. I try not to let my family see me like this, but well, there's only a paper screen between us. I'm such a mess. I just can't believe she'd do that to me. Can't believe after I made the hard decision, she made the easy one and threw me away. Writing this has calmed me down a little, at least. And now the reality sinks in. I have nothing now. I guess all I can do now is apologize to my dad and hope that I can get a second chance. I guess that's all I can do. I can't believe she'd do that to me. I hate her. Oh man. Okay, that boy. The old boy swears so much? Fuck everything! Hangovers suck! All told, I spent a lot more on that dinner than 600 silver that owed me. There goes my whole first fucking paycheck after my big promotion. Totally worth it! I'd taken an obnoxiously long time to actually track him down, even after I worked up the guts for it. Turns out, I was a lot braver with him while not sober. But even after working it up and asking Professor King to get in touch with him, I never heard a word back from that boy. After a few months, eventually I gave up. What's going on? And suddenly near the end of my last shift of the week doing patrols at the plaza, I ran into him. Or more like he ran into me, knocking right over onto my ass. I was about to curse him out, but then he offered me his hand, and I realized who it was. Sorry, come on, hurry up, he said, helping me to my feet, then suddenly started to run, still holding my hand. With no choice but to follow him, I didn't want to let go and miss my chance. I spent a good minute darting through corridors and between shops, and even took a shortcut through a tea house that was definitely the kind of shit I'd normally give someone a citation for. Anyway, eventually we stopped to catch our breath, and he explained that he was running away from a couple of men who were angry at him because he cleaned them out of gambling. I checked the time, officially off the clock. Aw, poor thing. Let me make it up to you, buy you dinner, I said, in a perfect world when I'm actually as charming as he is, and don't choke on my words in front of a pretty face. I'm not even going to write down what I actually said. I'm hoping by the time I read this again, I'll have forgotten entirely. Edit. Well, that sure was wishful thinking. Take me to Golden House then, he said with a lilt in his voice. I don't think I can afford that, I tried to protest. Sure you can, and you own big time, she said. After more back and forth of that, I relented. I pretty much had to. Fine, I'll take it to Golden House, but only because it'll clear my debt, I said, and because, honestly, I didn't want to impress him deep down. I did want to impress him deep down. Deep down, I did want to impress him. The thing I wrote before sounds way more dirty than I meant. Me, I'm not good with words. Western food, I missed that. Anyways, I took him there, and while I don't really know about Western style food, it seemed pretty much good to me. He just kept ordering more wine for both of us. That's enough, that's the last one, I kept arguing, but then each time he clasped my hands and say, it's not paid off yet. He could have said anything, really. My memory is kind of fuzzy on what I said to him, on account of all the wine. The important part was that I was trying very, very hard to impress him. So I got a promotion recently, I said, telling him all about how I was up on the rise and that my family promised that in a few years I'd surely make it into a really important position, maybe even guard details at the council. And then it turned out he didn't really know how prestigious that sort of position was anyway. So much swearing. So I've been learning some Chinese characters lately. I said, telling him that we totally did have something in common after all. I may have left out the part where I have been having a hell of a time of it. I can't wait for something. And my tutor keeps giving me shit for not even half understanding how grammar is supposed to work. Honestly, it's all beyond me, even if everyone says it's necessary to be functionally literate nowadays. Don't know how the fuck anyone can be, but even leaving that out, he wasn't impressed. I was about to order another round for us myself, but then he stopped me. You've had enough, Mr. Security Officer, he said, grinning. Let's get out of here while I can still stand. I'll walk you home, I offered after paying as we staggered out the door. Had to catch me, what an embarrassment. Oh dear boy, I'll walk you home, he said, having to hold me up and keep me steady. I don't know what I would have done without him there, even just walking the 5 minutes from the rail station to my home. But we got there, thankfully. That was fun, I told him from my open doorway. I like to do it again. Whoa, you're kidding, right? I don't want to date you, he said, and my heart sunk. I felt totally horrified and shitty for the 3 seconds it took until he grabbed me by the collar, pulled me to his face, and kissed me. Not lightly either. I want you to invite me in. I don't remember what happened between the doorway and my bedroom. I guess we must have managed to sneak past my father and his dramas and gotten a bottle of much cheaper wine without it being too weird. Somehow, I guess. The rest I'm pretty sure I'm going to remember vividly. What? Jeez, this is... I shouldn't describe the whole thing, but man, hottest moment. He's sitting on the edge of my bed, naked, and man, I've never seen anyone more comfortable without clothes in my life. And I'm on the floor on my knees, you know, right where I want to be. Give me another drink, I tell him, raising my empty wine glass. He gets this totally wicked grin that suddenly swats the glass out of my hand, and the same gesture grabs me by the hair. Drink your fill then, he says, pulling my hair right in. Sound like some late evening drama shit coming out from anyone else in the world, but man, fuck me. If I wasn't all kinds of turned on by it. I can kind of get the connotations of what that means. Wow, wow, wow. Anyway, I woke up with him prying myself out of my arms and the worst fucking hangover in the world. I had to force my eyes open. It took me a whole minute to sit up straight. Hey, I mumbled. Are you going already? Stick around. Sorry, but I have to go, he said, typing something into my computer screen. I'll make you breakfast, I offered. He just laughed. No, you won't. You're a spoiled little rich noble boy, he said, wagging his finger at me. You don't even know how. You'll just get your maid to do it. No thanks. I wonder if I ever see him again. I've never had a one-night stand before. I don't want to ever. It's surely not something I can deal with at all. God damn, that boy didn't do a great job of weighing heavily on my mind. I never realized that the clothes he was putting on seemed way too baggy for his skinny body. I rubbed my eyes. Well, maybe that wouldn't be so bad. Those are actually my clothes, I said. Yeah, I know, he responded, not stopping. I'm just kind of stammered, not really sure how to respond to that. What a weird relationship. It's sort of romantic. Go back to bed, Mr. Security Officer. You really need it, he taunted me. If you want your clothes back, come pick them up from the address I put in your computer. Then he waved and walked out, and I was still way too groggy to follow. But oh man, I'm still excited. He does want to see me again. I'm so glad. I mean, honestly, the hangover is still killing me, and holy shit. I can't believe I spent that much money at a restaurant. But oh well, who cares? Totally worth it. I turned to the menu. I make everything worse. Let's try to grab it. Okay, one more article just to end off this video. I fear that it may only be causing my cute little flower Jean to wilt. Does my presence in her life bring her hardship? By being the subject of her possible dreams, do I only cause her more suffering when the seams of the artifice become exposed? I fear that I give her false hope and false sense of security, and that will only make things worse when I fail her. Worse, I found myself shielding her from the truth. I wanted to tell her about the patronage that I had been reluctantly forced to consider. That was my intent when I came to see her. I knew something was so pivotal to my future, and therefore hers was something I needed to discuss with her. She's so poetic about everything. When I arrived at her family stand on the plaza at closing time, a man who I rightfully assumed was her father was engaged in a tense-looking conversation with her. I wish I would have stood nearby and waited for him to finish, but when he saw me, he walked out without another word. A troubled look was on his face as he passed me by, and he just shook his head at me. In retrospect, I know exactly what the look signified. And I cannot in good faith disagree with the sentiment, for I know it was out of the earnest concern for his daughters and my love's well-being. But at the time, I knew not what to make of it. I was more concerned with Gina herself. Oh no. No smile lit her reddened face, only tears. She stared at me, quivering, light glistening off her eyes. Then she rushed towards me, and when I hugged her tightly, she let go of whatever inhibition was holding her back and started to cry with great sadness. I felt a pang in my chest to see her so, and all I could do was stroke her hair and tell her, there, as she cried into my shoulder. I wish I could find her a more private place than just laying her cry in public, but her home would be more crowded than the back room I sleep when it was in use during the day. If only I still had the apartment behind the theater. At least there weren't many people about at this hour. After a while, she calmed down a little bit, or at least ran out of energy to keep up sobbing, and I sat her down. Hello, little flower. Do you wish me to get you some tea to help calm your nerves? And we can talk about it, I offered. Wow, I forgot about cane tea. I kinda miss it. She nodded. Thanks, she said, and I was grateful because I needed it for my own nerves as much as she. I left her alone and hurried to the nearest machine I could find in the plaza. When I returned, she didn't seem to have moved at all. I sat down next to her. Hey, I said to her, wrapping my arm over her shoulder. Hot or cold? She sniffled. Hot, please, she said. I handed her the can. She opened it, took a very long sip, and sighed. Tell me about it, dear, I told her, pulling her in close. Dad wants me to get married, she said in a wavering voice. My family gets paid so little these days. It's so hard with 5 people in our one-room home. Well, look at how big I am. I practically eat enough for 2, she said, laughing awkwardly. Then she started sniffling again and took another sip from her tea. I mean, it's always been crowded at home, even before Grandma and Grandpa moved in, and I always wanted to move out anyway. But we can't afford to. I said what we both already knew very well, or we'd been drinking wine together in the restaurants and vending machine tea in the back of the stall. No, no, don't marry some old man. You have someone who loves you. She started to cry again, and I felt another pain in my heart. My levity only made things worse. Yeah, she stammered between sobs. Dad was talking now. Please, just hear him out. He's a good man. And the guy himself, I'm sure he's nice, but I want to be with you. I love you, I just want to be with you. Oh, her again. I just want to be with you. I held her tightly as her 40 years gripped my heart, and I wish there was anything I could do. What about the stand? Wouldn't you make more money for the family if you could still work? Even if you didn't keep any wages for your own savings, perhaps it would be better? I asked, expecting there to be an answer for why that would help. And there was. Apparently the flower stand barely made any money these days. And what didn't go to rent instead went for a plaza bride for desperate nobles. It sounded like the only reason they had it now still was for her own sake. Maybe I'll run away. I could take my savings and just sleep behind the theater at night. Try to find odd work during the day or just something, she cried out, tears falling from her face. Do you know why this man wants to marry some girl he's never met? Do you know why? I asked. He's just as poor as us. Do you know why? Even though I'm ugly and too young, and I'm just some random stranger, and there's no love or anything? Taxes. Because there's some big tax break for new fathers. Taxes. I had in fact known. It was a recent big political issue, but I said nothing. I let her have her moment. She took another sip from her can, then suddenly crushed it in her fist. This really hurts to read, just. I don't want to have a kid. She stared at me with a look of absolute horror, starting to wail. I don't want to have a kid. I don't care how nice he is. I don't want to move in with some strange man, have sex with him, and get knocked up, and I have to raise some stupid kid, and then never see you. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. She started to hyperventilate, and all I could do was hold her, hush her, tell her to breathe, until she calmed down a little. Maybe I'll run away, she said again, wiping her face with her sleeve. No. Do you think you could? If your parents were going to force you to do such a thing, would you be able to go against them? I asked her, knowing entirely that she never would. She said something, but she grabbed me tightly, and I stared at her pure-swollen face with tear-filled eyes, looking so hurt. We were such a good couple now. Then I thought of my own situation. How not only could I not comfort this poor hurt girl that had allowed to depend on me for comfort, how not only I had let her down, but also my future was just as doomed as she was having so much trouble meeting hers was. Only hope lied in a loveless sham marriage, mine in the graces of a private patron. Either way, our love would inevitably be torn asunder. At least the word office stability somehow escaped my lips. I hadn't meant to think him aloud like that. She had no words, she only grabbed me tighter and started to wail loudly again. She cried a river of tears against my breast, sobbing uncontrollably. And I found myself overwhelmed by pity. I started to cry a little too and forced myself to remain silent, lest I somehow found a way to worsen the scenario even more. Whoa, that is harsh. So it's break time. What do you guys say? Hey, it's a good time to take a break, isn't it? Some of the things we've been reading here have been really intense. I don't really like some of the feelings they're bringing up in me. So let's take a break and talk about something else. Sorry, jeez, this is awkward. I just don't really know what to say. Yeah, I have nothing, I'm sorry. I guess after all I was taught by pretty lousy of filming in silence, aren't I? Well, I guess we should just get back to reading then. That's something I'm good at doing. Sorry, I know it's really awkward. But don't worry about it. We all have our own. There's something in the inbox. I hope this letter finds you well. Thank you again for your work in recovering the MUGUNGWA'S records and at least partially solving the mystery of what caused tragedy on board. We hope you find the agreed upon payment to be acceptable. However, there is still an astounding issue. We have reason to believe that your report was not entirely forthcoming, and that you were able to recover an AI identifying as Kim Hyuna, the ship as well. I'd like to personally remind you that the terms of the contract would deliver all data recovered from the MUGUNGWA, which would include all code associated with her too. Don't worry, we have no interest in prosecuting her. Nobody in this galaxy has the authority to, regardless, nor do we believe her to actually be the same entity as the one responsible for committing genocide. Oh, so genocide happened, is that it? However, as the sole survivor of the ship and the carrier of Kim Hyuna's memories, she could provide valuable information on the disaster that occurred, and it's important she testifies her experience to us. You don't have a vested interest in obscure UKSPA history. For the sake of all those who died, it's important that we learn all we can. Your employer has told me that you'll be in the solar system within a couple of days. He'd be very happy to arrange a meeting with you and the Hunae consort while you're in the region. As this was part of the already paid for contract, I hope discussing this issue with your boss doesn't become necessary. It's just very important that we hear all there is to learn. Looking forward to hearing from you soon. John Kim, L.A.zy Colony Historical Society, L.A.zy Colony, Titan Jupiter, Sol 5. Oh, so there's a genocide. There was a genocide happening in Mugunga's ship. It's just it was never mentioned in Analog Hate Story, the first expansion. Well, now that that's done, we can at least save up. Yes, I'm gonna regret the save. So with that, I'm gonna leave this video here. Man, that was actually an interesting tidbit of information we uncovered. There was actually no mention of like killings happening at all on the ship, so that just comes out of a surprise. But nonetheless, that's gonna be it for this video. So without further ado, that's it for this video. Thank you all who watched. Hopefully, I'll see you all next time. Bye bye!